Plymouth Community Television invites you to become a member of the backers and will spread the word about your fine business or organization. As a member, your business or organization will be supporting the continuation of quality community program on TV 14. You can watch us on Spectrum TV 14 or go to YouTube, Plymouth Community TV, and you can see live basketball.
You bet.
For all home games. Check out our website. Contact Scott at 920-889-1819, Ginny 920-933-3382 for more information or to join us. So, Dawn, what do you know about our opponent tonight?
Sheboygan South comes in tonight at 1-5. 1-4. And Plymouth, they come in, yes? What do you have there, Scott?
Well, Plymouth has played coming in. We knew there were going to be some issues this year because they're really young. They have one senior on the team. They're 2-5, but they've played some good games. They've usually kind of run out of gas.
Yep.
I mean,
They have a small team, so the bench is limited.
Well, they were right there with Kelmarain Lutheran at half, and then the wheels fell off in the second half. And KML's a real good girls team, so you know it runs in cycles. People have asked, okay, well, you know, you're playing South and North, they're bigger than us, or South and North, one of them's down this year. Why are you playing them? First of all, you schedule the games usually two years or more out. Sometimes you pick one up at the last minute. Secondly, it's a 20-minute drive, and this is
why not?
A county, you know, it's a county rivalry. You'd like it to become one. When I was coaching later on in my career, North wouldn't play us here. They wouldn't come over to Plymouth.
For the tip-off, you have Ellison Lilliquist, 14 tipping for Plymouth. Goes to South. The starting lineups for Plymouth, number 5, Campbell Booth, a sophomore guard. 12, Ava Miller is they have her listed as a junior, but she is only a sophomore guard. Ellison Lilliquist is a senior. Bowden Budrecki, number 21 for Plymouth, is a junior. And Taylor Traeger, also a junior, number 35. Starting lineup for Sheboygan South, we have Sierra Ertman, number 2. She's a senior. Sophia Kizo, number 11. Number 14, Jordan Peltzer. Number 20, Rachel Jazowski. And number 22, Kiana Judkins.
Well, South had a good look from the side on their first possession, and ball batted around, went out of bounds to Plymouth. The problem Plymouth has had when I've watched them is turnovers.
Yes.
Any coach will tell you, we limit turnovers, and they sailed one on an angle pass, so hopefully it doesn't become what's going to happen tonight, or this afternoon, excuse me.
Yeah, they had last year, the turnovers were an issue as well last year, so I think we've been saying that for last year, the beginning of this year, just limit the turnovers.
I know Coach Schultz in their last, when they got beat by Appleton West, they had like 21 or more turnovers. And so it's some coaches work on. So now you're going to get another one right here. Those passes against the zone are very, very difficult.
Yeah, and what we have seen a lot, you know, a couple of broadcasts that we've had this year for the girls, teams are playing them in a zone.
Right. Against a 2-3, the elbow is from the baseline up to the free throw line. There's an elbow on both sides of the free throw line. You want to pop somebody against a 2-3 to the elbow. If you can get the ball there, you can get it to either wing or the baseline, and that's usually what you try to do. We'll see what happens because that's what Plymouth's been doing.
Little trap.
It's basically a run and jump press. But what I've talked about in the run and jump press, you want to trap them right after the half court line. You know, they're trying to scramble it around a little bit, and that's okay.
You know, so they force a turnover, but now if they can just use that turnover.
Okay, they have Lilliquist right there. She's at the elbow, and they're not looking at her, and she knows what she's doing.
Booth for 3, no good. Rebound goes to South.
And when I've watched the girls, though, I would tell you that they've worked hard.
They do.
They have put effort into every minute, all of them. You know, they've worked hard. And you hope that as the season goes on, that effort will turn into a little more cleaner play. You know, again, they're young.
Yeah, and some of these girls put in quality minutes last year, but didn't have a 3 there for Sheboygan South. Maybe some of them didn't have a lot of minutes. South tipped it, and then Bodie Budrecki kind of had a hand on it as well. So South ball.
Right, and that's 2 turnovers, and tips are like turnovers because they disrupt your offense so much. And it's a matter of you can get the ball to the post. She's available. Usually it's a bounce pass. You don't have to be real tricky with it. But if you make a pass at shoulder height against the zone, you're going to have a tip and you're going to lose the ball.
Yep, so here comes that press. Forces a turnover. Ava Miller. Booth trying another 3. Makes it.
Great play by Ava Miller. Bring the ball up the floor.
Yep,
Usually
nice kick out.
You'd think she was going to the hoop, but she found a wide open Campbell Booth, and she buried it. Slowly the crowd drifts in on a Saturday afternoon ball game.
Well, it was supposed to start at 4. They started a few minutes early. The student section is getting there. Maybe up to 20 students.
We got a foul coming.
Foul.
And
might be.
Well, South
shooting
goes to the line. Miller and Belt Incorporated, Hillendale Road in Plymouth. Tackle that tough, compacted end of the driveway snow with Simplicity single-stage snow thrower featuring snow shredder, serrated auger, available at Miller and Belt. Multiple serrated surfaces provide advanced ice chopping and snow clearing power to clean your driveway. Sidewalks too, plus the self-propelled auger drives the system, clears down to the pavement. Get a Simplicity snow thrower and get serious about shredding some snow. Visit Miller and Belt today.
Kiesel goes 1-1.
That was a good look. Another time they didn't try to make that long angle pass. They moved the ball real well.
Campbell Booth being a little pesky on defense.
Now our JVs beat South, I believe, 51-3.
Yeah.
But this varsity doesn't look too bad.
Nope. It did look like some of the JV players didn't suit up for South.
There's so much stuff going around. I know I talked to one of my sons whose kids have got the flu.
Yep, South got a hand on it. It remains Plymouth ball. A couple of subs in. Really, the only 2 subs that we have for this half. The 2 freshmen on the team, number 34, Streblo, and number 11, Ashley Miller. Coming in for Plymouth. So Ashley trying to kind of dribble it out.
You know, when you listen to the coaches about why can't you make that pass, there are some players that's not their strong suit.
Yep.
There was a player for the Bucks, most people listening wouldn't know his name, but Ricky Pierce, they actually told him, you don't pass to the post because he had too many turnovers, but he could shoot. If you got a shot, shoot it.
Foul is on Kiana Judkins, number 22. First team foul. Turnover by Booth. And Plymouth remains with that little press. Trying to trap.
That's the 3 they've been getting. It's amazing. At one time, they didn't want you to shoot that shot. Now teams work for that shot because it's open.
Yep.
You want to get it.
Kind of looks like the strong side is over here, and then they want it down to the corner. To
there,
good
got
post
it
up.
inside.
So Allison had a decent spin move, but just wasn't squared up.
No, not at all. but they got it into the
Yep.
post.
That was a good pin. Good entry pass.
They can get it higher up from the wing. They can get it from the point. That spot's a little tougher. Against that, you want to get that zone moving so you get the ball side, top side.
Travel. Yep, she had caught it, pivoted, moved around.
They've got, I haven't kept track, but that's at least 4 turnovers.
Yeah.
And we're only 5 minutes into the game. Again, that's what they got to correct. Oh, nice ball.
Yep. Ellison, I mean, she tried to go for a steal.
Good ball handling by South. Moved the ball very well.
Yeah, I would say so far this game is quite more competitive than the JV game.
Well, there's 2 on one girl because they left one wide open.
Yep. Right, so basket good for South by Ellie Darsh.
See, when they get the ball, Ellie she's posted, and if it doesn't get, but you have about 1,001 to get it in. Now there's a good look from there. Keep it moving. Get to the
Tipped ball. Sheboygan South has had a lot of hands on the ball. They're very active.
They're very active. They're real rangy, but they're just active. Oz said in the zone, keep your hands up.
I think Shutter that's a good choice of a timeout.
I believe that's called a frustration timeout,
yes.
But it's a good time to take one. And while they do, the Paddock Club and Lake Street in Elkhart Lake. Visit the Paddock Club located in beautiful downtown Elkhart Lake, where Chef Lynn Chisholm celebrates the bounty from local farmers using old world techniques, making artisanal handmade pasta, bread, house smoked meat sandwiches, and much more. Wednesday and Thursday give you the opportunity to try multiple dishes at very reasonable prices with our small plate specials while still offering the regular menu. The Paddock Club is open Wednesday through Saturday, with dinner being served in the bar, dining room, or contactless takeout beginning at 4:30. Comfort food made with love for you and your family.
So 20 seconds left in this timeout here.
Yeah, I know. I struggled when that, because they do this on the clock, and that's fine. How much? What do I got left?
Right.
Well, it's okay, but yeah. You know, the Panthers are down 5, but with the fact that they've turned, if you've turned it over 5 times, it means 5 times you couldn't get a shot.
That gives them an opportunity 5 more times.
Right. Cut back on that, and they'll be fine. Coach Shutter's rotated 7 girls already.
And that's all that he can play, because the other 2 played
JV,
so they have to play the second. They can only play the second half.
They
correct?
can
get one more half.
One half. If you played both halves, you get. Unless they didn't play both halves, you get 3. You get 3 halves in.
3 halves in the games.
Yep.
That's Ava's first shot of the night. No good.
I read Ava's free throw statistics are amazing. She's darn near 80% from the free throw line.
That's fantastic. Right, inbounded by Ava Miller to Campbell Booth. I mean, give South a little bit of credit on defense, because as soon as they do that entry pass down to Ellison,
they're doubling.
The defense just comes down. There were 3 of them on her, and then they were quick to get back when she exited that pass.
As Ellie realizes that, then somebody's got to be open. Usually, the biggest thing, if it comes from where the ball is now to Ellison, she's got to look to the opposite side, because that's where they're sagging, and then see,
yeah,
good things are happening.
Yep.
She posts pretty well. She gets a wide base, gets her elbows out a little bit.
And overall, she's not a very big.
No, she's not.
Player.
No, you're seeing even in girls basketball, you're seeing 6'2", 6'3", or much bigger.
Here comes some subs in for both teams. We have Elena Lloyd, Kiana Judkins, and I missed the other one. Coming in for, I think Sophia Kizo is back in for them. And Plymouth back in as Taylor Trakel and Bowden Budrecki came back in.
You know, Plymouth likes to put a little pressure on because they just haven't scored. They can't do it. You score after a score of some kind.
Yeah, and Plymouth has just struggled scoring or just finding either open shots or just scoring.
Against the zone, it's ball movement, side, top side. Get usually a high post entry of some kind. And what South's doing very well, though, is they're jumping to the ball well.
Shot that is no good by Paltzer. Rebounded by Strebelo.
See, they had the entry. Now Trakel. Now they have Trakel is looked like she's chasing the baseline now. So the ball goes across. If they can get the ball moving, it'll help.
Nice pass in.
And almost an and one.
It looks like she would be shooting two.
Taylor will go to the line, and while she does, Plymouth Furniture, Eastern Avenue in Plymouth. They have over 40 mattress styles on display from Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster. Plymouth Furniture has the largest selection of furniture and mattresses in the area with an amazing selection of sofas, recliners, lift chairs, lodge furniture, dining room furniture, custom-made Amish furniture, all rooms in the house. They got furniture. They carry quality brands like Flex Steel, Southern Motion, Best, and Ashley. Make sure to visit the back of the store where they have their clearance center. That's Plymouth Furniture.
No good. So it remains 8-3. And a turnover. Picked up by Taylor Trakel.
Another foul. Common foul in South. South has 5 fouls and the Panthers have 2.
Well, let's see. Maybe hopefully Plymouth can get a nice inbound pass and score off of it. Miller for 3.
It was tipped.
Which is tipped and obviously short them.
Sometimes, because, but really this is the time of day you practice a lot. Yep, we're going to get a bump now on
Ashley Miller?
Yep, Ashley Miller. You'd say, well, it's a different time of day, but they practice at 3 o'clock in the afternoon all the time.
Yep.
.10:44 to go in the first half here from Plymouth against Sheboygan South.
Shooting 2. Yeah, so Plymouth has 4 fouls against them, 14 fouls, and South has 5.
And that'd be second foul on Bowden Budrecki. Now, like you said, they got a short bench today. That's where that can become a bit of an issue.
Yeah, they have a couple players that are missing today.
I said we get 5 fouls. No, on number 5, you sit down. You get 4.
I mean, an offensive rebound on a free throw. Another reach and foul on Miller. That's her second foul.
The chances of a steal on the ball are so slim. The chances are on a tip pass or off the ball where you read a pass. Once in a while, you get a kid that's quick or has that right opportunity, but rarely does that come out in your favor.
So the other 2 players in for Plymouth, and then out come the 2 that have 2 fouls. 3 by Sierra Ertman, senior guard. Increases the lead 11-3. She picked up her dribble. Yep, Taylor is moving.
Now he's trying to make a pass to the top of the key with the post player wide open. And sometimes you just don't see him. Sometimes you don't. We had a guy, of course, the guy was 6'11". I don't see any 6'11".
No.
Come and work with our post players one year, and he said, when I didn't get the ball, I hollered for it. Of course, when you're 6'11", it makes a difference. But he said, you got to call for the ball when you're in the post once in a while. See, there they could put a little pressure on.
Jump ball.
Jump ball. That's good. That's great hustle by South.
I was going to say there's nobody from Plymouth kind of like really trailing her.
No.
I mean, South
no,
hustled back.
They're all watching. And South, that one girl hustled back, stopped the layup.
I mean, Plymouth could really use some points right now.
That's why you get the big bucks.
I mean, just a little bit to lift kind of their spirits at the moment.
Just any old bucket will do, right?
Right. Free throw, anything. Blocked by South, so they bring it up.
Yeah, anything.
Senior guard bringing it up.
They're getting, this forced another turnover, and they counted it. So they
said it was on the ground.
Oh, I thought Oppie would put his hand
Oppie said it was on the ground.
Okay.
So the 6-team foul, her first foul. 3 by Booth, no good. Another 3 by Miller, no good. Rebound South, and a foul. I mean, Plymouth really has to watch fouls because, like we said before, they're short players.
And you can play. I think you have to get into the second half. You can play with 4. I don't know if you can start. I don't think you can start a game with 4. Now, they're okay. I mean, they've got 2 kids that'll be available in the second half. But those are kids that haven't played a lot of any varsity basketball.
Nope. So South is moving the ball a little bit, dribble, drive, and then they kick it back out, leaving the scroll wide open.
Yeah, and that's
travel.
So Coach Sutter takes a second timeout, and while he tries to straighten things out with the gals, 2020 Visions, Doctors Sharon Robert and Brad Wickland on Carr Road in Plymouth. At 2020 Visions, we carry a great selection of eyewear for the entire family. Oakley, Ray-Ban, Marc Jacobs, Nike, and Maui Jim are just some of the brand names you will find. Come and discover why 2020 Visions was rated Sheboygan County's best of the best in eye care selection. We are always accepting new patients, so call 893-EYES to schedule your appointment or bring in a current prescription to get your glasses ordered. So we're at 8:53 to go in the first half. Plymouth is down 14-3. They made it 1-3.
They made 1-3.
That's it.
Well, and they have had very little shots other than 3-point shots.
They haven't had many
Very
good
few.
looks. Even from the 3, they've had some contested shots.
Right. And so they've had a couple of opportunities at the free throw line and have missed their free throws.
When they're
just overall not a good start to the game. And so I think if they can get a little bit of momentum in to the last of this first half.
Where they're trying to have success with this run and jump is to turn it over. But like I said, usually the run jump is you're going to jump, and then the player guarding that player finds that the player, the girl that went on the run. So right here is where, if you're going to trap, that's where you trap, right there. But they waited too long. They had her in the corner, but they
good
caught the second pass.
anticipation there by Ellison.
On a lot of traps, it's the second pass that she gets. That was a great job. There it is, right there. There, she didn't hit it. She didn't hit it, but she got a great look.
But she had a nice look.
Eventually, you keep getting those looks. The odds will be with you.
Eventually. And there's some days that they will hit those threes. They're just not hitting them right now.
Well, and the reality is.
And Sheboygan South, on the other hand, is.
They're given.
So Rachel Zagajowski for South with the 3. Taylor with a nice post up. A little late on the. Campbell was open on the top of the key, and they just didn't do an entry pass. I think I've said this before, but there's something to be said about a bounce pass. We've had, especially if you realize that Sheboygan South has had some active hands, which we have said. bounce pass would be effective.
And though my former
3 by Taylor.
assistant Oppie
hits
is
the back of the
refereeing,
rim.
his comment was sometimes be fake a pass, make a pass. Fake a pass, then make a pass. Well, we're going to get a bonus coming for the Panthers. Taylor Trakel should be going to the line. Yeah, it's that time of year where I was in West Bend today watching some hockey, and unfortunately could drop my wife off with my daughter to a couple
Shopping?
stores. They were packed. They were packed.
Well, I'm not really close to being done.
Nah,
I think the
it's okay.
UPS guy is going to be at our house frequently the next week.
If he doesn't, in other words, if he doesn't deliver a package one day, he calls the authorities to see if you're okay.
Well, I did notice that the mail person has been delivering on, a little bit later on Saturdays as well as some packages. Taylor Tragle good for the first one, and the second one bounces out. So we have another point on the board, 17-4. South is leading. A long 3 here, and another long 3, Sarah Ertman. She has 3 threes on the afternoon. That's a double dribble by Ezra Streblo.
South has been getting, they're making them, but they're getting the best three-point shots from the top of the key. They've hit a couple from this, and then you get a false.
That's her second as well. And
Now, South will go to the bonus.
Yep, both teams in the 1-1 bonus.
With 7 minutes to go, which would be roughly the equivalent of this second quarter. Although it's halves now.
Yeah, well, how long ago did they go to halves?
A couple years. Not many. For me, the years kind of run
Yeah,
together.
I know. Well, that's why I thought maybe you would know.
Yeah, but
I feel
it's
that they run in
probably
together.
3-4. And
Okay.
part of it was they felt that more players would get to play then. So I'll come back to that after we get an ad from Tietz's Piggly Wiggly on Eastern Avenue. With stores located in Plymouth, Howards Grove, and Sheboygan, Tietz's is your one stop for all your party needs. Our meat department has certified Angus beef, the best steaks money can buy. Check out some of our signature items like pork sandwich and steak sandwich patties. Remember to shop the pig and save Go Panthers. PJ Campbell's at the Depot is a casual dining experience in a historic train depot converted into a restaurant. Join our family and enjoy comfort food, which includes steaks, ribs, sandwiches, German favorites, and fish. Offering something for everyone. Don't forget the big pretzel and baked French onion.
Tasty.
Open Tuesday through Sunday at 4 o'clock. Very tasty.
Very, very tasty. I will say during COVID, when everything was closed, we would order from the big pretzel. Oh.
I did a lot of carryout. Just want to try to help. That was not easy for anybody, but restaurants really took a hit.
You try to help local businesses. All right, back to the action. South trying to, and she gets her own board. And finally Ashley Miller comes down with the second one. Miller going to pop a 3. No good. Back rebound off of Campbell Booth's hands.
So, South's just against a run jump. You just clear it out.
Oh.
And they haven't. They've
ran. She ran before she dribbled. She was a little excited.
You can't do that. Last I looked.
No, you can't. Elena Lloyd can't do that.
South hasn't been stellar, but they've hit good threes.
Yeah, they've hit the open shots. A couple of quick passes here.
Ava Miller gets bumped just a little bit. She's back at it. Let's see how she does. As again, I don't want to jinx her, so I won't say, but She has shot
She's
free
been
throws
solid
well.
at the line. Yep. 8th team foul there for South. In for Sheboygan South, and number 20, Rachel Zakowski. Ava Miller, good on the first. And good on the second.
Yeah, she's got a nice shot, nice looking shot.
Plymouth has not had a field goal aside from Campbell Booth's 3 early in the game. So they've had 1 field goal and 3 free throws.
Lefty.
Good little runner by number 5, Ellie Darsh. She's having a good little first half. A turnover, double dribble going on for Plymouth.
Well, right now there's only one way but up.
Yep.
The first way is to get some stops on defense, find a player with the ball, get in the line off the ball, and make them work for every shot, and don't give them as many clean looks as you can. Ava's working hard, but somebody's going to be open now because of that.
And, well, they missed one.
Well, that wasn't. They got a little bit of a run at the gal shooting the ball.
Ooh, almost by Taylor Trakel. No good of the field goal, and now it's a kind of a fight, and it is Plymouth ball.
So 5:32 in the ball game. Plymouth trailing 22-6, but they have the ball. They got to get shots.
Good board by Taylor Trakel, and unfortunately she steps on the baseline and is out of bounds.
South ball coming in. Panthers
So
still.
Plymouth continues with the press. And several of them need to watch how many fouls that they have so they can be aggressive but not over-aggressive.
Well, there's 3 on the board right now with 2 each.
They just have to watch their hands. No reaching. Turnover. Traveling.
So Lilyquist comes back in the ball game. Comes in for Bowden Budrecki, who has 2. She has 2. Ava Miller has 2.
Ashley Miller.
Ashley Miller has 2.
A skip pass, and she's ready to shoot and makes it.
She was red. That was
good.
Exactly what you'd coach her to do. Catch and shoot. Catch it, be ready, have your feet ready, and she did a good job. That's their second field goal of the ball game.
Yes.
Don't get a foul. Don't.
Timeout taken by the Sheboygan South coach.
So while there's a timeout by the Sheboygan South coach, we'll give you a message from Meyer Motors, Plaza Lane on the east side of Plymouth. Meyer Motors offers certified service, sales, parts, and emissions testing. We also purchase vehicles privately for cash. We have a wide variety of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Meyer Motors has been doing business right here in Plymouth since 1926. We pride ourselves on customer service with a touch of hometown comfort. Visit us online at gomeyermotors.com to review our inventory, service, parts, and get to know us. Contact with us on social, search Meyer Motors on Instagram, Facebook, and even TikTok. Follow for important updates and occasional giveaways. Meyer Motors, a small town dealership with big town service. We look forward to seeing you soon. Waldo State Bank in beautiful downtown Waldo on Depot Street. Local, independent like you, Waldo State Bank, serving the community since 1913. 119 North Depot Street. Waldo State Bank, member FDIC. My grandpa was the doctor in Waldo.
What? They had a...
Oh, yeah. Oh, they all had doctors. Hey, they had a clothing store. They had all kinds of in my day, but I've got pictures from beautiful Waldo.
Downtown Waldo.
Watch the train go by and try to hook the
Unincorporated, isn't it?
No, it's a village. Wide open three.
Wide open, and she makes it. I mean, they're getting too good of looks. She's got 12 points. Foul reach in, or over the back, I would say.
Yep, over the back, reach in. I think they both count the same.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a 1-on-1, so she can come in. Can't. If it's a 2-shot fall, you have to wait till the second shot. Ellie buries the first one. They're starting to score a little bit.
A little bit. We still only have 2 field goals.
They get to half. That's a big thing. Coach Sutter will stress. We get the stops, we'll start scoring a little bit. You get stops and score. Ellie buries them both. So the Panthers trail 25-11 with 4:17 to go in the first half. On an afternoon or afternoon matinee ball game here.
I would say
Plymouth.
it's not a sunny afternoon, though. It's a.
I don't know. Do we have a sun anymore?
I don't know.
I mean, I got some solar Christmas lights, and they'll be shining at Valentine's Day. That's a great cut. And good box out by Ashley Miller.
Good ball movement by the Panthers.
That's a
nice
really good
cuts and she found herself a little bit too far under the bucket. And jump ball, they are calling.
Jump ball and 2
Remains.
points for a takedown.
Yeah. Good idea, good. Yeah, there's. Ooh.
Well, South is being patient. They've got the lead. They can be.
And 2 girls fell down for Plymouth. Not sure what happened. Oh, another timeout taken by South. Found himself in a little bit of a predicament. Takes a timeout.
Take a timeout. Well, that gives us another chance to bring you a message.
Let's give us some ads there, Scott.
American Senior Benefits, Ryan Riley and Kristen Heidemann. If you are retiring and eligible for Medicare, turning 65, or just curious to find out if your plan is the right one for you, American Senior Benefits is there to help. Ryan Riley and Kristen Heidemann are experienced in providing personalized services to explain and guide you through the Medicare process and provide you through a free needs analysis with options available at the lowest cost for the best health care. Call Ryan at 920-207-0731. Kristen, 920-207-8037. Set up an appointment at your home or in their office. And all that stuff can be confusing, and they can simplify it, and that's the key. So, well, there's been a lot of timeouts used in the first half already, and usually because somebody got in trouble holding on to the ball.
Yeah, I would like to see kind of the statistic of how many turnovers for both teams. Good defense, Ella Lilliquist getting a hand in on there.
So Ashley Miller brings it up. She looks comfortable playing the point. I mean, she's only a freshman, but you can just kind of see somebody that looks comfortable playing the point. .2:28 to go in the first half. If it seems like it's been a long half, it has been a long half. But there've been a lot of turnovers,
a lot of turnovers. I mean, 16 fouls, and then another turnover here. I mean, yeah. An 18-minute half has turned into 40.
That was, they said, you play more players because you don't get that quarter break. Now, I don't know if that's happened. I really don't. Now, you can go back and get it. She's fine.
Yep. So 2:15 remaining in the first half. I mean, a little nice. That's a nice little move for her.
Yeah, little
fake
pull-up
and
jumper.
Then pull-up jumper. Yep.
Well, they
Ashley Miller, a little freshman.
Brings it to a 4-possession game, 12 points. A lot of ball game left. I mean, we're only in the first half. Don't foul her there. That's the shot they work on.
Yep.
This crew, Neil Megenberg and Bill Romson, Josh Opnier, is a very, very good officiating crew. Now, unfortunately, they're here. I said that, but
yeah, they have the A team going out here for the refs. Ashley Miller ready to take another shot here. Stripped away by South. Gets a hand in. Jump ball again. Going to South. I wasn't quite sure. I mean, they were
Coach Sutter, I heard him holler out
the
double two. I'm sure it's their point guard, and it paid off. Got the ball out of the point guard's hands, and they got a turnover out of it. There. Oh, two. There.
That's nice.
Got it to the elbow, turn and look inside, and they got a layup out of it. They've closed it within 10, one.
That's awesome.
The traditional three-point shot. Drake hits the next one. You can hear the voice of Golden Throat of John Miller in the background.
Yep.
I've told people he used to announce Marquette women's basketball games.
Good defense by Ashley Miller, but however, she needs to watch her hands because she's got 2 fouls.
Yeah, she didn't need to do that. She's been playing well.
Turnover by Sheboygan South. All of a sudden, Sheboygan South has gone cold. I mean, Plymouth with a missed opportunity with a couple of.
Well, there was a player on the left that was open, and Campbell just didn't see her or thought she had it going for her. More often, you just something blocks you out, you just don't see it. But they picked up a little bit on the defensive side.
Yep.
Like I said, I've always seen them work hard.
Yep, and South has seemed maybe a little more frazzled at this point.
Nice look. But has a nice look, nice outlet pass.
Off a red, so it remains Plymouth ball with 27.3 seconds remaining.
They've got it to a 3-possession game now, which is big, with a chance of get it down even further. 27 seconds. They've made a nice run. They were down.
Miller.
Little pop-up jumper.
In and out, no good. And another jump ball.
This might be a record.
If it's not a turnover, it's a jump ball.
It's a turnover for South, though.
Yes.
Yeah. It's not. Too late. And it becomes. Oh, they put the score on the wrong side. Hit one, maybe. Nope. So.
25.
Should be 25-19.
19, the score is wrong.
A 2-possession game. That was a great finish. Great finish to the half. Give them credit. They were down, and I said it can only go up from here, and it certainly did. So, at halftime, let's just change the score again. It's
25 to
19. So it's halftime here at Plymouth High School, and it's Scott Richards, Don Kresbach, and Gary Kaiser, and we're going to take a break.
back to Plymouth High School, where the second half of the Plymouth Panthers against the Sheboygan Redwings. We have Plymouth is behind, 19-25. They struggled there at the first half for a while, and ended up scratching their way back, making it within a 2-possession game.
Well, to say they struggled was certainly appropriate, very polite. They didn't play well. They turned it over a lot. So turnovers always hurt you. They gave up some really open looks, but to their credit, you're right. They scratched back. It's a 2-shot game now. I think it was 20-something to 4.
Yes.
So good for them for that, hanging in there.
Yeah, South didn't score for quite some time. Plymouth held them scoreless for 7 minutes at the end.
And South's going to turn the ball over. I mean, they turned the ball over, but they've hit some threes, and we've given them some really good-looking threes. So if we can, just a couple adjustments, see what Coach Schutz had in mind for his gals here, and
yeah, number 2 for Sheboygan South is leading them with 12 points and had several threes going in, 4 threes. Plymouth again. We talked about turnovers. We have another turnover.
Well, that's how the half started, sort of like the game started, turnover by each team.
Looks like the starting lineups are in for the second half for both teams.
See, they're doubling, but when they double, they leave a girl that hits threes wide open.
Right. And
you
she
just
gets
can't
another
do
three,
that.
her 5th three. And we've been saying before that Sheboygan has had a
Nice
lot
pass.
of active hands.
There you got Lilliquist to Booth in the low post. Booth with a little drop pass, and they're going to go to the line to shoot 2. And while we do, Van Horn Auto Group, VHCars.com, has grown to 14 locations and 17 dealerships statewide in Wisconsin and Iowa, offering customers thousands of vehicles to choose from with a simple click of the button at VanHornAuto.com. What really makes them outstanding is their service department. Choosing Van Horn gets you more than just a car. Their technicians are the best under the hood, and they're there when you need them. Van Horn, family-born, employee-owned.
Bon Budrecki makes 1 out of 2. And it gets stripped away by rebound. Kind of jumbled around off of Plymouth. And Sheboygan South will inbound the ball. So at the end of the first half, there were a few girls from Plymouth who had 2 fouls and were a little bit short on players, but now this half they'll have a couple more kids available to them. Budrecki a little bit long on that. Well, the girl with the threes misses one. Good inbound pass.
That was.
Just doesn't make it.
Okay, they're going to stay in that 2-3, I think, till Plymouth gets the lead. They're down 8. They've had a couple good looks, a couple nice passes right there. There's 2.
Booth will go to the line.
I tell you, South did a good job of collapsing when Campbell came through. Campbell got the foul, was able to pick up the foul, but South did a good job. What's big, though, for South, number 22, Kayana Judkins, just picked up her 3rd foul.
Campbell Booth misses the first end. Misses the second. Good box out by South.
Oh, she picked up her
traveled.
foot. She picked up her foot.
She called that on, which number is he calling that on?
Well, I'll tell you, South is opening the door. They've turned it over a couple times, and So the South has got some foul trouble. 2 players now with 3.
So a couple of their starters right with 3 fouls. She's a pretty decent ball handler for them. Number 21.
Yep, I think she's their secondary ball handler, I think. Well, that's quite a good crossover.
That's a nice move.
Crossover dribble. That was a really good move.
I think she might be the one coming out. Oh, I thought maybe he would sub for 21, but number 22 comes out in for the Red Wings is number 10, Olivia Jensen.
You know, the girls are reaching with the offhand. If they reach with the ball side hand, they'd have a better chance to at least tip it.
Yeah, Plymouth has been a little more aggressive on defense the last few minutes of the first half and into this one.
No, they've definitely tightened it up a little bit, and maybe South cooled off a little bit, but I think it'd give the Panthers some credit.
Yeah, that's Campbell's third.
And it's just that's not an aggressive foul because.
Oh, is that her? Oh, her first. Okay,
that's only her first, yeah. So 3 fouls on each team already. 14:45 to go in the ball game.
South tries the bounce pass along the baseline, and Bowden Budrecki comes back
with it. If Ava Miller would stay out at the 3-point line, she'd have had herself a 3-point look, but she drifted in. Like I said, Oppie would always say, have a plan. What's your plan?
Number 10 with a reach and foul, or over the back, again, whatever you want to call it.
Playing soccer.
Foul. So, White. Good move by Trakel, just doesn't get it. Ellison Lilliquist.
Oh.
Count it.
And she puts it up with her left hand.
Yep.
Sixth foul already on South. Lilliquist can bring it to 5. And she does. So that's the closest the Panthers have been in a long time, since very, very early in the ball game.
Yes. Campbell's second. 2 quick fouls on her. All right, Sheboygan South with the ball. Plymouth remains in their man-to-man defense.
We're going to get a jump ball.
Another one. Surprise. We've had numerous jump balls tonight.
Well, we call it triple threat or ready position. You got to get your elbows out and get the ball in by your chest. They're keeping the ball down by their knees. That's when somebody can reach in and grab the thing. Oh, yeah. Okay, Streblo's the chaser on the baseline. That's what they're working. They aren't setting any screens, which could help them a little bit, but that's what they're working. Ava with a quick 3.
Off.
Just a bit outside. Oh, she stepped on the line. And the referees on the sideline have it called.
Yeah. Several referees in the crowd.
They're doing,
on that
to
side.
their credit, they're doing it with a big grin, though.
Yeah.
So, Panthers, you're going to get another look. Boy, they've got. And Alec West brings it to within 3. Who'd have thunk?
Oh, only down by 3 now. I mean, South has not.
They're going to get
They've
another.
only scored 3 points in the last probably 10 minutes. So
right now
they've only had that 1-3
by
number 2, Sierra Erdman.
Well, right now, if the Panthers don't get these reach fouls, there's such a discrepancy. They're going to get to the bonus and keep South out of the bonus. I mean, this would be they've done a good job. They've hung in there. And give Coach Schutz, too. He's made a couple little adjustments.
Good board, offensive board. So Sheboygan South back up to a 5-point lead.
There, got your setup out top, and it's a good look, though. Sprint to the baseline. There you go. Oh.
That's Ashley Miller's third.
That was a great job to sprint and cut off the baseline, but the rest of the team has to then sprint to the ball side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kick out by South. So again, 12-22. South leading by 5 points. South has 6 fouls. Plymouth only 3. So shooting free throws will be a big thing by the end of the half.
Ooh, I thought that was a pretty good box out.
Yeah,
maybe got to reach.
That was a good box out by Budrecki.
Reach over. Nonetheless, they're not.
Number 5 for 3, no good.
There's a good box up by Lillyquist. See, they're doing some nice little things.
Good hustle down.
Whoops. That if you're trying to run, that you have to accept it.
Yep.
11:40 to go. Panthers down by 5, 30-25. We're gonna get another jump ball.
Possession arrow is going to South.
We got a nickel per jump ball. We could have dinner tonight.
We could. Ava Miller's out. Trickle is coming in for her.
Ava comes out with her 3 fouls.
No, she only has 2.
Oh, I thought you said she had 3.
Ashley Miller has 3.
So
number 11.
Several of them with 2. So
good defense.
It is. They're switching up, and they're going to get a reach. She did a great job if she doesn't reach.
Yep. Ezra Streblo, her first. Going to fight for the ball. Oh, that's her second time she's done that. Taylor.
Court awareness.
Mm-hmm. A little give and go and kind of a little aggressive down below. Taylor Tragle, her second.
So 2-shot foul, and while there's a 2-shot foul, Bank First, Eastern Avenue, where they take great pride in supporting the community. We believe by working together we can transform lives and build stronger communities for our future. Giving back has allowed Bank First to develop meaningful relationships with local families, businesses, and non-profit organizations. We believe these relationships strengthen us and the communities we serve. Just another reason why it's different at First. Bank First, equal housing lender.
No good on the first free throw. Little long on the second. So, although it was a shooting foul, she misses both. Maybe Plymouth can capitalize here. And she fouls on the back half, so that would be, I think that's her 4th.
That's her 4th foul.
Yep.
And as a coach, that's the one that drives you nuts. You're going to get fouls from aggressive play, but a reach foul around that, once you're hung up on the back, the wings sink down, and but it's a good call, and it's the way it is.
Ellison Lilliquist then to the line. No good.
So Panthers still down 5, under 11 minutes to go in the game.
Looks like Plymouth is still trying to do a little trapping. Wide open 3.
Well,
no good. Bedrecki's looking for someone. No cuts in the middle.
quick trigger. Nope, it's a little bit short.
Little short, no good. Right, so happens to be a foul. 4th foul on, he just said 4th foul on Kiso as well, number 11.
Yeah, they're going to have foul trouble.
A lot of foul trouble
little
going
lefty
on.
hits
That's
one.
really her 4th. On the board it says it's only her 3rd though, so wonder if the Mr. John Miller was incorrect there. Right, so Bowden again. So cuts it to a 4-point lead. And
she's a good free throw shooter.
Good free
Every time I've
throws.
watched,
Yep.
she's just got a nice shot.
There's a little soft touch going on there.
Yep.
So Sheboygan South only up by 3. I mean, Plymouth just keeps one bucket at a time, crawling back.
Ava Miller does that well. Anticipates that pass, gets in the lane. Just a bit short on it. Again, if you go with your ball side hand, you get a little better chance.
Nice job of moving her feet.
Okay, with a breakout here. We'll see what happens. It's no good.
Off of White.
Yeah, off of White. Well, but they did a good job. Got the steal. Had a look.
Anticipation for her.
Just didn't go down. Oh, I gotta go here.
Timeout.
So Sheboygan South takes a timeout. That gives us a chance to bring you a message from Plymouth Glass, 402 East Main Street, kitty corner from the library in Plymouth. It's a family-run business honored to serve the people of our community. At Plymouth Glass, we offer a wide variety of services, including standard and custom shower enclosures, aluminum storefront windows and doors, safety glass, glass tabletops, thermopane replacement, plastics, cabinet glass with many patterns to choose from, plus much, much more. Stopping at Plymouth Glass, we're ready to handle all your glass needs. And as always, and we'll bring you a message from them now, but we want to thank all of the sponsors we call backers of Plymouth Community Television. Catch us on Channel 14 and under Spectrum, or we are also, and a lot of people have picked us up on YouTube at Plymouth Community TV, and then look for
the game.
Look for the game. Live games that you haven't been able to see. You know, in winter, it really pays off. The issue is it's hard to know, hey, when are all the games? It's unusual to have a Saturday afternoon 4 o'clock game, but hey,
right.
It works out for us.
I will say it is nice. Like, if we aren't able to make it to a game, we have found ourselves watching it as well on YouTube at home.
With a tremendous batch of broadcasters.
Yes.
I don't get a foul there, Ava. So, trailing by 3, 9 minutes to go in the ball game. Panthers have picked it up. Their offense has slowed a little bit.
Yes, it has.
And sometimes they've got a bad bounce or two. But South has some foul trouble. That's been. And
looks like they've kind of.
Ezra
some of their shots haven't been as clean
Ezra
looking this
Stribble,
half.
I see a little body on somebody.
Number 14 for 3, no good. Good ball movement and
quick shot by Miller, and she ties the ball game.
Ties the ball game.
I know we were down by 20.
Yeah.
Or close, 18 or 20.
South has gone cold. They've scored 5 points this half.
Yeah.
I mean, in 10 minutes of a game, you've scored 5 points.
From the later, last, say, 5 minutes of the first half, Plymouth's defense got a little bit better, and South cooled off a little bit, but they're taking the ball out of number 2.
South came out hot. Plymouth did not, and so it's really a tale of 2 games.
And I said South would give us a chance because they turn it over.
I mean, Plymouth could take their first lead of the game.
There's a cut. That's what they're doing a little bit different now. Cut through by Booth. It's worked.
Turnover by Plymouth.
And you always got to kind of slap yourself in the head and remind them these are 15, 16, 17, and some 18-year-old kids.
Yep. And good for them to be out here.
Oh, as long as they're doing something. Sports are so extracurriculars are just fantastic for kids.
And I would say basketball is a long sport.
It's a long season, and
it is the longest out of any sport.
Yeah, it's 4 months basically, and it's all year. But all the sports, kids are working in the off season, and if they enjoy it, then it's not work.
Ashley Miller for 3, off.
That's a great job by Ellie Lillyquist to save that.
To lead to a turnover.
Good steal. Bodrecki gets in the passing lane. She's going to get fouled. Good job. Good job. It's in.
She makes it.
And they take the lead.
Their Plymouth's first lead of the ball game with 7 minutes remaining in the game. Picks up her dribble, finds herself in a little bit of trouble.
Mom. Good. And a nice box up by Ava Miller, and we're going to get another foul.
Get a foul
on South. Somebody at South.
5.
We'll just mention a little bit about our backers, Miller and Belt Incorporated, Hillendale Road, where they're ready to help you get rid of the snow on your driveway and sidewalk with a Simplicity Snow Thrower. Check them out. Paddock Club, Lake Street and Elkhart Lake, where you have fine dining Wednesday through Saturday with dinner served in the bar or dining room. Money. Cash Money Miller.
She is, you can tell that she has worked hard to be successful at that free throw line.
I think that's right. Goes to the Panthers.
So number 22 is back in for the Red Wings with 4 fouls.
Coach, well, he's got enough on the bench, but he must feel he can't wait. Ellie Lillyquist for 3, and it's good. South's zone does not seem as active right now either. Oh, don't get that little bump, Ashley Miller, I think.
That's her 4th.
That's her 4th. You get that more from a freshman. The games are called a little bit different each level up.
Yes.
You get in the junior high, the referees, the good ones will actually explain a little bit more to you. You're in the varsity, the explaining's done. Now you got to know what's cooking.
So on that inbound pass, like Sheboygan South, their number 22. It was okay if she just caught the ball and then dribbled it over. She tried to fling it back, thinking that it was an over and back call.
Right. So Panthers up 6. What a turnaround and what a great job so far. That's a lot. And there was a no box out at all.
Yeah, no box out at all. And that's probably why a coach has her in, because she's done a nice job. Kiana Judkins, number 22.
No, they're feeling it. No good.
I mean, flung out by Sheboygan South. Grab the ball. Let in for South, number 2, Sarah Ertman. She has 5 3-pointers. I would believe they would probably want to get the ball to her.
I think they're going to look at it.
Good defense.
Yep. Well, she worked her way off.
3-point attempt, no good.
Good box out.
Yep, good job by Taylor Trakel.
You betcha, Taylor Trakel. The game has really slowed down a bit, though, hasn't it?
Yes.
Get that pot. There she is. I waited too long.
They call a foul. I felt she had hands up, so I'm not sure what's going on.
And she used her lower body to try to pinch her, and
maybe.
you can't do it.
So that is the 8th team foul for Plymouth.
And that's 3 on Trakel, and we have 3 on Ashley Miller. I thought we had 4 on Ashley Miller. You thought she had 3 before.
Ashley Miller has 4.
Yeah, up on the board they got it wrong.
Ashley's number 11.
Oh, okay.
She's not on the board.
Ava Miller. I keep messing them up.
I know. Miller. Not sure if they're related or not. No good on the free throw. Offensive board. I mean, they need to box out on the free throws, and because that's the second time in a row that South has snuck in and got their offensive board.
And sometimes it's a bad bounce. That wasn't. I talked about. I think the girls work hard. I think they work harder on this part of the game. Just get a body in. If you're going to get a foul, most coaches don't complain about a solid box out. If you're going to get one, the referee calls if you're too physical, they'll accept that, because you can draw back, but once you don't have the ball, there's not much you can do.
Plymouth has done a much better job at the free throw line than South has.
Yeah,
and that really has made a big difference.
And they got beat again. They're just getting beat to the ball.
3-pointer attempt by number 2.
Oh, Ava Miller stumbled or got bumped and knocked over. She's a little slow to get up.
Yep.
She's a tough nut.
She's been watching maybe a little bit of the World Cup when they fall down, and just for some borrowed time. So, hopefully she's okay. She comes off the court. All kidding aside, we hope that she's okay.
I know she is. And she's grinning. She's always kind of grinning. She's very competitive, but then she gets a little grin on her face, which is good.
Yoshi's over there right away. He's back. Speaking of World Cup, he was at the World Cup for the men's team.
Yep.
And he's back. Glad to have him back. Little skip pass. Ashley Miller. Oh. Oppie's calling some fouls tonight. Number 8. That's her 5th. So she has fouled out.
I think I'm a jinx, because when I'm here, there's a lot of fouls called.
There are.
Oop, almost. In and out.
All right, Allison Lilliquist, hoping to get this second one.
There you go.
And makes it. So, 2-point ball game. A lead by Plymouth with 4:50 remaining. Yeah.
Great
Draws
job.
some contact, but calls it offensive foul. That would be her fourth. She was player control foul. I should say that was was the definition of player control. She kind of weaved her way around.
Her shoulder,
yep.
And Lilliquist was stationed. Hardest call in sports, or in basketball.
Yeah.
It's not in sports, but in basketball. Is it a block? Is it a charge or a player control? Boy, I tell you, you're right. Strebel keeps floating around the baseline. She's open.
Yep.
Both teams reach way too much.
I mean, there's 19 fouls called in this half. There were, I think, like 18
more than
in
that
the first half.
South's been on 10 for a while.
Oh. So we're talking 40 fouls in this game.
Panthers up 2, 4:27 to go. Lilliquist buries a free throw. Plymouth Furniture, Eastern Avenue. Get furniture for every room in your house. 2020 Visions, Dr. Sharon Roberts and Brad Wicklund. They carry a great selection of eyewear for the entire family.
In and out. Oh, kind of taps it back to the free three-point shooter for South. Again, probably they want the ball in the hands of number 2 eventually. Coming down. Nice entry pass.
A reach and a layup.
Oh, does not go in for her.
But a 2-shot foul coming. And while there's
and she's been to the line before.
She certainly has.
Has not been successful.
Check out Tietz's Piggly Wiggly. It's the holiday season. Get all your subs, party trays, homemade salads, etc. at Tietz's. And as long as the holidays, check out PJ Campbell's at the Depot. It's a fine casual dining experience and a historic train depot converted into a restaurant.
Makes the first
one. Meyer Motors, small town dealership with big town service. Check out all the folks at Meyer Motors for a new or used car.
Makes the second.
1-point ball game. It's a barn burner.
Hey.
Let's get some good looks here.
Full timeout for Coach Shutter.
Good time. Get a breather and see what you want to do. He'll set up a nice play, we hope. Wallace State Bank, Depot Street in Plymouth, local independent like you, serving the community since 1913. American Senior Benefits, Ryan Riley and Kristen Heidemann. If you're retiring and eligible for Medicare, turning 65, or just curious to find out if your plan is right for you, then check out American Senior Benefits. They're there to help, and it can be confusing. Talk to an expert or professional.
Don't talk to me.
You're ways away from worrying about that stuff. Van Horn Auto Group. Car buying doesn't have to be a hassle. At Van Horn, it's easy as a click of the button. They now have 14 dealerships located throughout Wisconsin and Iowa, an inventory of over 3,000 vehicles, all brands. Bank First, right here in Plymouth. Bank First believes in building relationships, creating a better banking experience for our customers. We know our customers by name and make decisions locally, not out of state. Plymouth Glass, 402 East Main Street in Plymouth for all your glass needs, indoor, outdoor, cabinets. Get it fixed with Plymouth Glass. So 4:02 in the ball game. Panthers up by 1. Ball in. Coach Shutter just took a timeout. He has 2 left. Sheboygan South has 1 left. Both teams have had to use them when kids got in trouble, usually with a jump ball. Although Shots had a couple in the first half just to settle the kids down. See, I'll tell you one thing he's done is when Booth passes to the wing, she cuts into the post.
Yes, that was new from the first half.
It's a subtle little change, but it's helped out.
Yes. Yeah, I would say dribble and drive against number 22 and get her out of the game. Let her pick up her fifth foul. Another one.
Block.
Block.
Yeah.
For Lilliquist, that would be only our second foul.
Ellie leads the Panthers in scoring with 12. I would bet, although she's not on the board right now. And it's all
Ties the
tied.
ball game.
Ties the ball game.
It's going to come down to free throws. And
it is. Yeah, she looked good shooting them, too.
I'm going to say South was struggling with shooting the free throw.
Yeah, I think they got different players on the line. Now South made a switch. They put 22 with all the fouls up at the top.
Yes.
Cool, Panthers.
Which is interesting because you have a shorter guard.
Yep.
Number 2 down low. Maybe because she's a little bit taller to guard against that person cutting.
Don't force that. Against the zone, you can. At one time, boy, don't dribble against the zone, but they do it more now. But ball fake, because remember, everybody on defense is looking at the ball. Ball fake with the ball, get their eyes moving a little bit. Nice pass, Ellison. Boom. Ellie Lilliquist. That was a nice ball smash by Ava Miller.
Yep. So fouls on number 10. Olivia Jensen, that's her 4th foul. So several people in foul trouble.
Well, and she looks good shooting them. Just, if they're right there.
So Plymouth up by 1.
Under 3 minutes to go in the ball game.
Picks up her dribble and she's stuck. Someone's got to help her.
That's close to 5 seconds, but.
Yeah.
Don't reach. You've got her in trouble. Don't reach.
She's got to pivot.
Okay.
Yeah,
be
22
smart,
can't
be smart,
foul.
Be smart. You got. Oh, take it.
Yeah. What? Ava Miller's back in, by the way, the one who she was injured slightly.
Draco. Well, I'm going to get another
foul from behind. That's number 2. That would be her 3rd foul. Sending Taylor Trakel to the line.
They had a 4-on-1 advantage, and they just didn't see it.
Yes.
But Trakel will go to the line. Five, you get 20 seconds to get them in.
That's her 5th, so 2 have fouled out for South.
There have been a lot, but I think they're legit. They're a lot of reaching.
Yes.
Draco, pure.
Yep.
Never a doubt.
She planned it that way. There have been like a lot of, they're all legit fouls also.
Yeah.
And there's some calls that could, like some of those jump balls maybe could have gone the other way too.
Yeah, but
like just think of the non-fouls that they called.
A lot of reach, to try to block shots. Remember, Bo Ryan, 94, they won a national championship. They had 3 block shots all year. So we just didn't try to do it because we didn't want to foul. They weren't real big. They were super athletic. Nice pass. Nice pass again, and it's good. 2 nice passes. Panthers up 3 under 2 minutes. 1:43 to go.
So a minute and a half. Kicking it out.
Don't reach.
Yep.
Right now, you got the advantage. You're up by 3. Don't put them at the line. And don't let number 2 get a wide open look.
That's what they were kind of, you could tell.
She was going to shoot it no matter what. Yeah. And why not? She shot it well.
Yep,
but
she shot the ball well tonight.
But she wasn't wide open. Oh.
Oh, timeout first. Yeah, Brad's wanting that 5th foul on number 22, but he called timeout first. So Plymouth with the timeout with 1:09 remaining.
Let's talk about what's coming up in terms of basketball.
Tuesday, the girls play home again.
And next Friday, the boys play home against Winneconne. Yep, Friday the 22nd, Winneconne here. The boys are at Ripon this Friday.
Yep.
And the girls are home against West De Pere, and then Thursday they're at Ripon, which is usually you flip them, but that's
and then they'll be in a tournament next weekend.
Yep, they're in that. It's there's.
So the Nikki Doden's tournament.
I think it's called that now. It's a nice tournament when you go. The thing is, in Plymouth's doing it too, so you're going to have that. You get the advantage of the tournament experience. The disadvantage is you're going to lose a home game. We've got 20 total home games. You could have 22, but that's okay. And it's a well-run tournament. Cedarburg does a nice job. I believe the boys are at North. I shouldn't believe it. I'm sure of it.
All right, inbounded it to Booth.
Yep,
kicked
there.
the ball. Yep. So just over a minute remaining. Both teams in the double bonus. Possession arrow. This could be key since we've had a lot of jump balls. Is to Plymouth.
The boys are not at Sheboygan North. Sheboygan North plays here later in the year. They got inbounds, a minute to go. They don't have to give up the ball.
And the boys were at North for like a scrimmage early on.
Yep.
Oh, she mishandled the ball. Could be a big turnover with 53 seconds remaining. So possibly look for either a 3, maybe number 22 down low. I mean, she's been driving the ball. I mean, wide open layup there. I mean, kind of uncontested there.
Still up by 1. Take care. Good Lord, what are we doing here?
I was going to say, an offensive board, follow-up, no good. Another offensive board by Sheboygan.
Well, it's good hustle. Well, it's 2 turnovers. I mean, it's...
So Jordan Peltzer, a senior, a 5'8" senior, to the line for South.
She's got no points in the game, so she hasn't been there much.
Nope.
This is the first one. She can tie it with this one, 28.4. If it's tie, or if you're up by 1, you're going to try to probably hang on to the ball. But if it's tied, you want to get the last shot, and we could be here a little longer. Campbell Booth, nice job getting it out of there. And each team has 1 timeout, so let's see what happens. And we
she's
got a foul.
out.
Yep, she's out. Another reach foul.
Well, and I think she was just kind of waiting for. She was just waiting for somebody else to foul.
Yep. She can't have the ball.
And so Bone Budrecki to the line. 14.8 seconds remaining in the game.
A little lefty. Nice shot.
No arch whatsoever on that thing.
Looks like she's lining up a puck.
Yeah. But it's effective. She made it.
This is huge. Oh, good board.
All right,
okay,
only
Panthers.
two points. I mean, this girl has dribbled it. She goes down
and
hard.
The last time she went to the line, she shot free throws very well.
Yep. I mean, she has. I mean, give this girl credit.
Well.
I think number 21 is only a sophomore.
She's done some nice
Elena
things.
Lloyd. She has dribble and drove multiple times the last few times down. She's been aggressive the second half of the second half.
Buried it. I mean,
Money.
buried it.
I mean,
she did the last 2 she had too.
yes.
Maybe I can jinx her on saying that.
Yep. Perhaps. Makes it. 5.7 seconds remaining.
5.7 is an eternity. You can get a
So
really
then you
good
put
look.
one person on the ball. Wouldn't you put one person on the ball defensively, or
North hasn't pressed, or South, excuse me, hasn't pressed much. Basically, you want to make them. You're gonna, you to me, and seems it's me talking. I might as well say this.
Right.
At least get up and make them take time, bring it up,
Yeah.
keep them in front of you. You don't let them throw it.
You don't want them. You don't want to foul.
If you don't, it doesn't look like they press much.
No.
And so they probably don't practice it much, but just keep them in front of you, and you can drop back into your 2-3 zone. They played it all night, or all day. Oh yeah, still day.
All right, coming out of the timeout, Plymouth has the ball. Now they should be able to run the baseline, correct?
Yep. They can run the baseline. We'll see how they're going to do it. And the thing is, who do you want to bring the ball up?
You want a good free throw shooter, I would think.
It's likely going to be Booth. You have no timeouts left. Only 3, 2, 1. She's got a shot. Yep, just a little bit outside.
All right, and we go to overtime.
Merry Christmas.
Well, you get more of us.
That's right. South did a nice job. They jumped Booth, and she got rid of it. But then they just, I'm sure the way they had it set up, South did a good job of playing it. The key is we're up, and we turned it over twice in a row.
Yes.
And it wasn't, one of them was just, we threw it out of bounds.
I mean, both teams
they're
struggle handling the ball
they're
or just taking care of the ball in general. I mean, it would be an interesting stat to find out how many collective turnovers there are amongst them.
I'm thinking quite a few. Just right now, that's what I'm thinking. There's a lot of them, but it is what it is. They're obviously even teams. The score's even right now with 4 minutes to go. They'll jump it up to start the overtime period. Each team will get a timeout back. So South has 2 because they carry one over from the game. Plymouth has 1. Both teams are in the double bonus. Foul trouble for the Panthers. Ava Miller does have 4 now, and I've messed that up all night. And for South, number 21, Elena Lloyd has 4. And number 5, Ellie Deharsh has 4. So they've also got trouble.
All right, so in for the Panthers, you have the starting lineup. South does not have the starting lineup because a couple of their girls have fouled out. So starting off with a tip-off. South, it looks like, is almost expecting to lose this tip-off with all of them playing on defense here. Or perhaps. And a 3 by number 5. Banks it off and wins. And
she's wide open.
Right. So we have a 4-minute overtime.
Right.
Good drive. Campbell Booth comes up with it. A lot of reaching going on by South. Results in a turnover here. Little travel, yep. Little fake and move the feet.
Well, it's keeping the crowd in their seats.
It is. I mean, the crowd has gotten into it all of a sudden.
Everybody was going out for dinner tonight. They're going to have to go. They're going to miss the early bird special.
You bet.
You get a little older. Uh-oh. Yep, there, Popper. Get it. There. Turn. Oh, you have a layup waiting for you.
Yeah, she turned around and looked.
Oh, Campbell Booth with a big shot. Confident, caught, shoot.
That's her third 3 of the night. She could have just popped up and shot that ball.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, when you're that far low in the paint, just pop it. Neither team going down without a fight this afternoon. Early evening. Good move. Oh, nice pass.
Nice pass.
Good look by Taylor Trakel.
Another foul on South. South has 11 listed on their roster. That's at least the third fallout, isn't it? Am I correct?
Yeah, that is. Number 23 is in, and we do not have a. Well, she is not on the roster, so not sure who
South takes
she is.
one of their 2 timeouts. And first thing he's going to say is make sure you box out, and then they'll just run their stuff.
Right.
If Plymouth looks to trap, find the open shooter. Between 2 and 5, they've buried them. 2 has 18 points. Sierra Ertman has 18 points in the ball game, and I would guess most of them are from the 3-point line.
They're all from the 3-point line. She's hit 6 threes. I mean, she only has 2 fouls.
Yeah.
So the kids who are out there for South, and there's a couple up there with no points, like Jordan Poulter,
right.
even though she's a senior. She's a senior, but she's a starter as well, has 0 points. And then this number 23 who just checked in. Not sure, like we said, who she is. She's not on the roster sheet that we were given.
You're probably like Plymouth, you needed a player, one more player. You know, a lot of these rosters are filled out in early November, and they send it out, and they don't send a change, which is unfortunate because
So Ellison Lilliquist to the line. And the South fans are making some noise, hoping she misses.
There she makes the second one. So Panthers up by 1, 2:28 to go in OT here from Plymouth High School.
Travel. Yep. So the girl who just checked in, turnover. And here comes
So the Panthers, they
Lilliquist, no good. Couple of times up.
Oh, nice look up. Up. The look was good, the pass wasn't.
Yep. Well, she turned and looked, and she had an open shot.
I'll tell you, the coach has made a couple nice adjustments against this zone. One of them is right there. Turn and lace the basket.
Yeah, she doesn't turn.
No.
Like if you turn, you're open.
If it comes from right here, you turn and look the other way. Somebody's going to be open.
Looks like they're going to the left side here. Good drive by Bodie. No good.
Oh, that's going to be a tough one to call. Yeah. Yep.
That was tough.
I couldn't see. Neil, he was right on it.
Yep. Way to go,
Right
Neil.
on it.
Another new person in for South, in for 23, is number 3. Oh, that looked like a little shove. Bodie, I think, kind of did a little shove. Oh, maybe not. Other way.
Yeah, she pushed off.
Yeah.
Red ball.
Oh, I was going to say, because she was lining up at the line, I thought
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
I think I heard Bill just say push.
Yep.
It's her fourth. She did. And South has taken number 2 and taken her off the point to try to.
It's only a 1-point game.
1:09 to go as I speak. Little
Number
left-handed
20,
three, no
little
good.
short.
Ava Miller
Ava
comes
Miller
away with the ball. Now settle down. Settle down. That a girl. Get it out to the top.
Must be a foul. I would think there's no jump ball on that one.
I believe not.
Red foul, number 2.
So Ellie Lilliquist will go to the line. Shooting 2. 47 seconds to go. Plymouth up by 1.
Not sure how that was her only first foul with all these minutes of the game and all these fouls.
No, in golf, you can't make
It's
the
still a
putt.
one-possession game.
You can't make the putt if you don't get it to the cup. Buries the second one. So up by 2.
Yep. 21 has driven, dribble and drive the last few times.
Timeout South.
Yep, South trying to look for a little bit of a game plan. I mean, 21 has done a nice job of driving to it.
She's a nice player.
But then Plymouth, on the other hand, has
gotten better.
Has done a better job of closing that lane also.
Well, they're not running and jumping from so far away.
No.
And it's paid off, so that should be. Yep, South should have one timeout left. Plymouth has one timeout. 32 seconds. Plymouth up by 2.
It says.
Yeah.
Do you think that's fine? Yeah, I mean 50-48, tight ball game.
And they were.
I would say evenly matched teams. I mean, from what we have seen.
They both have their warts, and yet they both played hard. I know it was 20-4 for sure, and I thought it was more than that. But Plymouth they were in the 20s. We were at 4, and that was 20-something to 6. So Plymouth, but the curse for both teams has been turnovers, and when they've turned it over, they both have
There's been a lot of turnovers.
So, don't give them anything cheap. Ava Miller's on 21, who's on got 2 inbound. They're going to get her back to get the ball. Here she is right in the corner. Oh, good job. Good defense. She's a stationary shooter. Oh, we got the ball. 20 seconds. Take this. Hang on to it. Hang on to it a little bit here. Oh, we're going to get a foul. So Campbell Booth has a chance
First foul for number 14.
Not put it away because there's going to be plenty of time left. 15 or 15.6 seconds. But if she hits 2, it's a 2-possession game.
Yeah, I mean, Elena Lloyd, number 21, had a nice little jumper shot that she just missed.
Yeah,
I mean, she's a good little player she's only a sophomore. No good?
Just a bit outside.
Just a bit. So, I mean, but that leaves it open. She makes it. It's a 3-point game. It's 1-3. You give it to number 2.
Get it there.
Yeah. You just need a 2-point field goal.
I don't know what that was.
Yeah.
Hang on. There you go. Come on now, Ellie Lilliquist. Be a senior and hit these 2 free throws. The only senior on the team, and that's not easy, but she's done a nice job.
Yep.
Everything, her demeanor, everything. Buries it. That's a biggie right there. 1 possession.
Yep.
Bury this one and make them take a lot of time going up the floor, and don't foul them. And she does. Wow. 2 big shots. Don't fall.
No good, and
that's a
Plymouth
huge win.
Puts it away. Big win for Plymouth.
Huge win.
Well, thank you for joining us tonight. Coming from Plymouth beat Sheboygan Redwings 52-48. Dawn Krebsbach, Mr. Scott Richards, Gary Kaiser behind the camera. Thank you from all of us at TV 14.